Okay, so if you look at the first question, what it says that the owner of a small computer repair business has one employee who is paid an hourly rate of $22. What is 22? So 22 is the hourly rate, means for 1 hour you will be paid $22. If you work for 2 hours, you will be paid for, we can say, $44, etc. Okay. The owner estimates his weekly profit using the function p of x, that is equals to 8,600 minus 22x. Okay, where in this function x represent the number of what. So as you remember, whenever we are writing the equation y is equals to mx plus c, we have something which is the fixed amount, right?
Yep.
Then this is the hourly rate,
Slope.
slope or hourly rate. If this is hourly rate, then this would be the number of hours. Okay, the next would be number of hours. Okay, so you can easily get that right now in this problem that we are solving, what x is representing the hours per week, how many hours she worked in a week. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, now let's move to the next question. What it says that ketone is a, what word is this,
Sprinter.
sprinter. Okay, thank you.
You're
Who can
welcome.
run the 40 yards dash in 4.5 seconds. Okay, he converts his speed into miles per hour as shown below. So this is the expression that he used. What he did basically, let's try to understand. First of all, he divided yards with seconds. So from the very first expression, you will get speeds in yards per second. Then he, because in 1 yard there are 3 feet, so he times it with 3 times 1 by 1 yard. Then in 1 feet, then he times it with 5,220 feet, because in 1 mile there are 5,280 feet. Then he times it with 80 seconds. He's converting from now from seconds to minutes, then from minutes to hours. Okay,
2 hour.
then yeah, which ratio is incorrectly written to convert. Now he is converting the speed, but there is one ratio that he wrote incorrectly.
Incorrectly.
Hmm. So how you can check that which ratio is incorrect? Hmm? Think about it and tell me which ratio is incorrect. What are you trying?
Oh, my teacher just taught me to do this in school this way.
Okay, okay, then try.
Um, mm, mm, I think this ratio is written incorrectly.
Which one?
3 feet over 1 yard.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, let's move to the next one. Which equation has the same solution as this one? So again, you are given with the different this equation, and you are given with some different equations, and you have to check which of them will have the same solution. So how we can solve it quickly? Hmm? this is basically done with the factorization, okay? But you
Yeah.
can see 2 times of x is 2x, and negative 1 times 3 is negative 3, but negative x and 6x, so it will give you 5x. Let me do it here. Do it with the proper method. 2x square plus x minus 3, that is equals to 0, and then you will get 2x square. I'm writing x in two different numbers, but what numbers I have to choose, it depends on 3 times 2, because the first step of factorization is to time a with c, right? Then we have to take the factors of this term. So 2 times 3 is 6, and the factors
6.
of 6 are positive 3x and negative 2x. Negative 3 is equals to 0. I'm taking x common from the first two terms, so I will get 2x plus 3. And now I'm taking negative 1 outside from the next two terms, so I will get 2x plus 3, that is equals to 0. Now 2x plus 3 is again present in both terms, so 2x plus 3 and x minus 1, that is equals to 0. So which one is this one? 2x plus 3 and x minus 1, am I right?
4. Yeah.
Option
Yeah.
4 is the correct one. Let's move to the next one. Okay, look at this one. He was given $3,000 when she was given when she turned 2 years old. Her parents invested it at a 2% interest rate, compound annually. So what interest is this one? It is a compound interest, right? So
Yeah.
no deposit or withdrawals were made. Which expression can be used to determine how much money she had in the account when she turned 18? So you are given with the time now, but what is the procedure? The procedure is very simple. You have the principal amount, then 1 plus the rate with which you are the rate that that has been decided between you and
P
the
times
bank.
R.
Uh, no, it is 1 p times 1 plus
P.
r raised to the power of time. So that would be the final amount. Okay. So the principal amount here is 3000. Okay. 1 is in the formula R. When you turn 2% into ratio,
That's 0.
2% is equals to 2 by 100,
0.02.
which is 0.02. So I am writing 0.02 now. Raised to the power of t. T is the how many years, or it is basically the time period that has been decided. So currently it is with the years, so we will write it. Okay, so I think which one is correct? Option 3 or option 2? Option 3 is correct, right?
Yes.
Because it's the same one, no? With raised to the power of 18. Yeah. Okay. Which of the table is representing the linear relationship? How to check that? If we can find the constant rate of change in the variables in f of x. So if you look here, negative 3 times negative 2, it will become 1, right? This minus
Yeah.
this. Okay, 1 minus negative 2, this is 3. This one is 6 minus 1, 5. So you can see the rate is different, so it is not linear. Let's check this one.
Yep.
Negative 1, negative 3. That will give us positive
1.
2, positive 2
Oh.
now. Because negative 1, negative 3, which
Oh
is
yeah.
equals to negative 1 plus 3, which is equals to 2. 1 minus 1 is again 1 minus negative 1 is again 1 plus 1, which is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 5 minus 3 is also 2. So you can see there is a constant rate of change, so this is the correct answer. In the linear relationship, we have the common first difference. In quadratic relation, we have the same second difference. Okay. Okay. Next. Which domain would be the most appropriate set to use for a function that predicts the number of households online devices in terms of the number of people in the house? So it is the function is basically its domain is number of people, okay, and the number of people can be whole number. Whole numbers mean if they can be zero if there is no person in the household, if there is one person, if there is two persons, so this is possible. Irrational numbers we can't take them. For example, you can never see that pi or e number of peoples are being in the house, right? And similarly, rational numbers, in rationals we have fractions, so 2 by 3 is not in the house. And integers are negative 2, negative numbers are missing, so we can't take integers right now. Okay, so the best answer is the whole numbers. Okay, look at the next one. It says that you are given with this inequality, which is equivalent to what? So, all right. Now, what I am doing first, let's take it 7 minus 2 by 3x is less than x minus 8. Okay. Now, the first step is I'm taking my target is to have the variables on the same side. So I am adding 2 by 3x on both sides of the inequality. Okay. By doing that, I will get 7 is lesser than x plus 2 by 3 x minus 8. Okay. When I will add them, it will become 3 and
7.
3 plus 2, 5. So this is equals to 7 is lesser than 3 times 3, 3 and 2, 5. 5 by 3x
3
minus 8.
plus minus 8.
Now, yeah, the same 8, negative 8. Now I'm adding 8 on both sides. I will get 7 plus 8, which is 15, is lesser than 5 by 3x. Now I am taking this 5 by 3 to the other side of the inequality, so it will change into 3 by 5. So it is 5 times 3 by 5, and x will become lesser than 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 3 is uh, 15, and 3 times of 3 is 9. So x greater than 9. So option 1 is giving us that answer in which x is greater than 9. Okay, is it clear?
Yep.
Okay, look at the next one. The value in dollars, v of x of a certain car after x years is represented by this equation. V of x is equals to 25,000 and 0.8 raised to the power of x to the nearest dollars. How much more is the car worth after 2 years than after 3 years? So what you basically have to do, first you will calculate the car worth at 2 years, then at 3 years. Okay, so very simple. Do you have your calculator?
Well, it's gonna arrive tomorrow during
Okay,
Sham.
okay. So 0.8 raised to the power of 2, we have to calculate it, and then uh, if I just calculate it using the calculator, let me just give you the answer. 2000, 25,000 times 0.86
20.
raised to the power of 2, right? So when I calculated,
Yep.
the answer is
3.
18,490. Okay. Now I am
Oh,
calculating for 3 years. So similarly, I will just replace 2 with 3 now. Okay. So by doing that, when I did that, I calculated that it is 15901.4.
point 4.
Okay. So now let's subtract them. 18490. Okay, the answer is 25. When I subtracted them, 18490 minus 15901.4, the answer becomes 2558.6. But in the question they said that we have to find it to the nearest dollars, okay? And this zero point 0.6 is more than 5, so we will increase 1 in 8, so which is approximately 2559. So, it's 59, okay? If you just check your work again, let me just verify it. 1500 times 0.86 raised to the power of 3 raised to the power of plus 2 minus 2005. There are three zeros, yeah. 0.86 raised to the power of 3. Sorry, Azara, my subtraction was wrong. It is basically,
Oh,
when you did it, you will get, it's just a computational error. You can verify that, okay? It is basically 2588.6, okay, which is approximately equals to 2589. Is it clear? Is it clear, Rita?
you.
Okay, look at the next one. Which function has the same y-intercept as this graph below have? Okay, so look at this one. What is the y-intercept
Negative
of
3.
this one? It is,
0, negative
so
3.
yeah, it's negative, right? So what we have to do,
Yeah.
we will set them and we will see which one will have the negative. Okay, this is very easy. Look at question number
Do I have to
4.
substitute?
No, no. We have to find them, beta.
Oh,
Which one has the same y-intercept? So y plus 3, that is equals to 6x. Subtract negative 3 from both sides. You will get y is equals to 6x minus 3. So this is
3.
also have the y-intercept of negative. So option 4 is correct. Got it?
Oh,
Clear?
yeah.
Okay, next one. Question number 10, they said Fred is given a rectangular piece of paper. The length of Fred's piece of paper is represented by 2x minus 6 and the width is represented by 3x minus 5. Then the paper has the total area represented by. So you have to calculate the area, which is basically length times width, right? So you just have to multiply the two given polynomials. All, okay, so it is 3x minus 5. So when we times them, 2x times 3x will become 6x square. 2x times negative 5 will become negative 10x. Negative 6 times 3 will become negative 18x. Okay? And negative 6 and negative 5, when you times them, it is 30. So when you add both of them, you will get 6x square minus 30x plus minus 28x plus 30. Okay, so option 2 is the correct one. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Look at this one. The graph of a linear equation contains the point, these 2 points. Which point is also lies on the curve? So how can we find that? First, we need to know what is the equation of the line. There are two possibilities. Either first I graph them on the calculator, okay, with these 2 points, I will get a straight line, and then from the graph I can find out that which 2 points will be on the same graph. Okay, The other option is that first I find the equation. I think it would be better if I let me just
Find
give
the
you.
equation.
No, I will use the graph for this one. The graph is 311 and negative 2, 1, right? And I think in the last we are given with the um, let me just scroll it down. In the last we are given with the some graphing material. We are given with the paper, extra paper, right? You remember?
Yeah.
Let's use it. We will use this one. Okay, I will use this one. And to use this one, I must know what are the curves. So for that one, I'm taking okay, Zara. So just imagine this is our x-axis, or sorry, y-axis. Okay, this curve is the x-axis curve. Got it?
Yep.
Y-axis and this is x-axis. And the first point is 311. So 1, 2, 3, and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I will get this point. This is 311. Okay, and the other curve is negative 2, 1. So negative 2, 1. This is negative 2, 1. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to, can you please change the cursor?
Oh,
Thank you. So I will make a line passing through both of them. I will try that I can make a very good line. Let's adjust it. Okay. Okay. Now let me write the other given points. The other points that we have to check are the points for 2, 1, 2, 6, 2, 4, and 2, 9. Okay. So let's check it. 2, 1 is nowhere near. Okay. 2, 6 is not. 1, 2, oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not. 2, 4 is not. So 2, 9. This point is basically, this point is on the curve. And this point is 2, 9. Right?
mine, yes.
So we will say that 2, 9 is on the curve. So let's move to the point where we are given with the solving it. Okay. Please scroll up quickly and let's choose the right answer, which is 2, 9.
This.
Yeah, this one. Is it clear?
Yep.
Okay. Look at the next one. In the next question, what it says?
How does the graph of f of x equals 3x minus 2 squared plus 1 compare to the graph of gx of x squared?
Okay. So, what is a journal form? You have to keep it in your mind. So, first of all, you can see the graph of x square. Now I'm making the changes. Okay. What I did first, I turned this graph into the curve of x minus 2, right? This is the first transformation that I made. By doing that, what I did basically, what I did, I moved the curve. How many digits right? I moved the curve 2 units right. Okay. Then, so
Right?
this is basically, yeah, when we are subtracting, that means we move the 2 units right.
Oh,
Oh man, it's right. Yeah, RIGHT. By adding 1 in it, what does it mean? I move the curve of x square 1 unit up. Okay, and then by timing it with 3, by multiplying it with 3, the curve would be it would be narrow. I explained that to you last time. If you are multiplying with lesser than 1, that's 0.5, 0.2, so that indicates that the curve would be wider. But if it is more than 1, that means the curve would become narrow. Okay, so which one has this characteristic? So the graph of f of x is wider, so no. Graph of f of x is narrow than g of
Narrower.
x. Okay, and its vertex is moved 2 units right and 1 unit up. So this is the correct answer. Clear? Got it?
Okay.
So this is very simple question that we can do. Okay, look at the next question, question number 13, where it says that he wants to attend the town carnival. The price of admission to the carnival is 4.50, and each ride cost an additional 79 cents. Okay, if he can spend at most, the word is at most, beta. Okay, $16, which inequality can be used to solve for r, the number of rides? The number of rides.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the fixed price. It is not going to change. Okay. This is the,
Fixed price.
yeah. So 4.50, that is the admission charges. They are the fixed charges. This is indicating rate. Now this is in cents, right? But we are writing the equation for dollars, so we have to convert them into dollars, which is $0.79, and I'm timing it with R, with the number of hours, with the number of rides. Okay, the total cost he can spend at most, mean he can spend maximum $16 or lesser. Clear? So he can spend maximum of $16.
16.
Yeah, is it clear? He can spend maximum of 16. Clear? The word at most and at least, they are very important when we are writing the inequalities. Now we have to calculate it. We have to calculate the number of rides. So what we do? We will solve it further. So I am subtracting 4.50 from both ends. So I will get 0.79 r is lesser or equal to 16 minus 4.50. The answer will be 11 point, 11, yeah, 11.50, right?
Yeah.
It's 11.5. And now let's divide both of them with 0.79. I'm dividing it, and it is not changing. So because I'm dividing with the positive number. Okay, so when I will divide them, I will get 14, 14.55, but the whole number would be 14.
14.
Okay, so answer 3 is the correct one. Let's move to the next one. Hmm. Please look at the question, what it says. It says that he is planning a beach vacation in July and analyzing the daily high temperature of her potential destination. She would like to choose destination with a high median temperature and small interquartile range. Okay,
Okay.
the conditions are that median would be high and the interquartile range would be smaller. Okay, she constructed the box plot here. So now which one has the high median? So this one, the middle one is 75 point something. For this one it is 85. Okay. but its interquartile range is very large. It's 95 minus 85, which is approximately 10. Clear? High median, but smaller interquartile range. For this one, its median is also 85,
But it has a low.
very low interquartile range. Clear?
Yeah.
So for me, I think she will go with the, because it is also high and the interquartile range is
Low.
low, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Some banks charge a fee of saving account on a saving account that are left inactive for an extended period of time. The equation this one represent the value y of an account that was left inactive for a period of x. What is the y-intercept of this equation and what it
Let's see
represents?
what
The
one we have.
y-intercept is obviously this one for an exponential function. The y-intercept
Yes.
is the principal or the initial value, this one, 5,000. What it representing? It is the initial amount. Okay? So
Initial one.
5,000, the amount of money in the account initially. Okay, look at this question, Zara. The equation for the volume of a cylinder is given by this one. V is equals to pi r square h. The positive value of r in terms of h and v. So we have to write r in terms of v and h. Why they are not saying that write it in terms of pi? Because pi is a constant, it is not a variable. The rest of the terms are variable. Okay. So what we will do, first divide both of them with pi. So you will get v over pi is equals to r square h. Now I have to make r my subject. Now I'm dividing with h. So I will get r square equals to v over pi h. Okay. Now I'm taking the square root on both sides and I will get v over pi h root. Okay. So v over pi h on 1 is the correct one. Look at the next one. Which equation has the same solution as this one have? So what I have to do, I will use the which method? The
Completely
completing
square.
square. Yeah, so it is x square plus 6x that is equals to 7, x square plus 6x. Now I am adding 6 divided by 2 is 3, so I'm adding 3 square on both sides. Okay,
Plus 7.
it is equals to 7 plus 3 square. So
Oh,
now on the left side I have a computing
x squared.
x plus 3 whole square, which is equals to 7 plus 9, which is equals
16.
to 16.
16.
So x
X.
plus 3 whole square is equals
This
to
one.
16. Next one. Functions y is equals to absolute of x minus 3 and 3x plus 3y is equals to 27 are graphed on same set of x's. Which statement is true about the solution of the two equations? Okay, so this is the system, and I think because we are allowed to use the graphing calculator, right?
Yeah.
So we will use the graphing calculator to quickly solve this question. Okay, so we have y is equals to absolute of x minus 3. Can you do it on your console board on your side, beta? Because for me, I think it's not working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to graph both of them. So let's try. Do it, please. So the first equation is y equals
X minus 3. Mm,
to absolute of x minus 3, not only x minus 3.
yeah. Mm, mm. The solution
Of x minus 3.
is 6, 3. The solution point is 6, 3.
Okay, I will also check it.
3, 0, and 0.
Okay,
Oh,
and the second one is 3x
3x plus 3y equals 27.
plus 3y equals to 27, right?
Yep,
Okay, so when I graph both of them, the solution point is 6, 3. Okay,
yep.
so 6, 3 is the solution point. So we did it by
Graphing calculator.
calculator. Okay, it will satisfy the both equations. Look at the next one.
Okay.
Okay, she and she are growing bacteria in a laboratory. She uses the growth function f of t is equals to n raised to the power of 2t, while Jessica uses the function n of t is equals to, g of t is equal to n raised to the power of 4t,
40.
where n represents the initial number of bacteria and t is the time in hours. Okay, if Miriam starts with 16 bacteria, how many bacteria should she start to achieve the same growth over the time? Okay, so we have to find what she's with what will she start. Okay, so the first one, the growth function for this, what we have to do basically, we have to make the equivalence between the growth function. So it is n raised to the power of 2t,
This is
which is
my
equals to n raised to the power of 4t.
this is my home.
Okay, for this one n is 16, right? Now
Yeah.
I will try to write n raised to the power of 40 in terms of this one. Okay, so to find the starting one, so n raised to the power of 40, which can be written as n raised to the power of 2 dot 2t, which is equals to n raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 2t. Okay, now if I replace n with 16, so it is 16 square raised to the power of 2t. Okay, so
Okay.
16 square is basically
32. Oh no, that's addition.
for she uses this growth function f of t is equals to n raised to the power of 2. She uses this function. She starts with 16 bacteria. With how much should she start? The initial when t is 0. Okay, so number of bacteria. This is the growth function now. Where n represent the initial number of she start with initially 16, and for her the how many bacteria should achieve the same growth rate. So we have to write with the same growth rate. Okay, okay. All right. So we will convert it when we are at this point. So basically, what we have to do here, it is going with the 16. Here, get the understanding of the cell is tricky. Hmm. So at this point, as you can see, for this one it is n. For the first one, I think her name is Miriam.
Miriam?
Miriam, yeah. So for this one, it is n. For her, it would be n raised to the power of 2, right? And we
Yeah.
want both of them to be equal. And she is starting with 16, so we have n raised to the power of 2 is equals to 16. Then n will become equals to 4.
4.
So yeah, so if she start with 4, because it is a
You would.
squaring of it, so they will become the initial value will become same. Okay, look at the
Okay.
next one. If a sequence is defined recursively by f of 0 is equals to 2 and f of n plus 1 is equals to negative 2 f of n plus 3 for n greater than 0, then f of 2 equals to what? So look, f of 2 is basically, it is equals to f of 1 plus 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which is equals to negative 2 f of 1. Look, the structure, it is n plus 1. So I'm writing this is here. This is n. So I'm writing it here. We are preserved, we have to write it in the same structure. Plus 2. Clear? But I haven't any idea what is f of n. So f of n will be f of 1. It would be f of 0 plus 1. Now this time n is 0. So I will get negative 2 f of 0 plus 3. Is it clear? Now what is f of 0? F of 0 I am provided with 2 plus 3, which will become negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. So this is the value of f of 1. Now I will substitute the value of f here. Okay. So to substitute the value here, what I will get, negative 2 parentheses negative 1 plus 3, which is equals to positive 2 plus
Positive.
3, which is 5. So the answer is 5. Okay. Look at the next one. An astronaut drops a rock off the edge of a cliff on the Moon. The distance d of t in meters the rock travels after t seconds can be modeled by this function. You can see most of the questions are from the exponential function. What is the average speed in meter per second of the rock between 5 to 10 seconds? What is t right now?
Average
T is
speed.
this. No, t is the time. Okay.
Oh.
So we have to calculate the average of the time speed between 5 to 10. So first I will substitute t with 5, then I will substitute it with 10.
10.
So at when t is equals to 5, it will become 0.8 times
Times
uh, 5,
squared.
5 square, which is equals to 0.8 times of 25,
25.
and 0.8 times of 25 is equals to, it's 20, okay?
20.
Yeah, and at t is equals to 10, we have 0.8 times of 10 square, which is equals to 0.8 times of 100, which is equals to 80. So the average rate would be 80 minus 20 over 10 minus 5, which is equals to 60 over 5, which is equals to 12.
60.
Okay, so it is basically 12. Okay, when factored completely, the
Simply.
expression P4 minus 81. So P4 can be written as P2 to the power of 2
Yeah.
minus 81 can be written as 9 raised to the power of 2, right? So it can
Yeah.
become P2 minus 9 and P2 plus 9. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this 9 is again a perfect square, so I can write it as 3 square. And P square plus 9. Got it? So
Oh,
by doing that, I will get p minus 3, p plus 4, and p plus 3, and p square plus 9. So the right answer is this one, answer 3. Got it?
good.
In 2013, the United States Postal Service charges is 0.46
Perfect.
to a mail, okay, to mail a letter weighting up to 1 ounce, okay, and 0.20 per ounce for each additional ounces, okay.
Okay.
Which function would determine the cost C of Z of mailing a letter weighting Z ounces, okay, and where Z is the integer greater than 1. Got it? So this is a fixed cost. This is a fixed cost,
Fixed cost.
and this is 0.20 times of this is the per ounce
Additional.
increase. Okay, so what we will get in our result? The result is obviously it is fixed cost times the rate, right?
Yeah.
Fixed cost times it
Times
is the
rate.
rate, and that will become the rate is 0.20. Okay, what is z? Z is an integer
Z.
greater than 1. So because it is greater than 1, I will subtract it from 1, because the reason why, because we have to start with the 1 for what is the rate for 1. Clear? It can be
Yeah.
obtained if we subtract 1 from this plus the fixed cost, which is $0.46. So that's it. So option 2 is subtract 1. This is a little tricky one. It is why we subtracted. Usually we write z. Why we subtracted negative 1? Just because it is the condition for the greater. Okay.
Okay.
A polynomial function contains the factors x, x,
X
negative
and
2.
negative
No, no. I think polynomial function contains factors x,
x and x
x minus
minus
2,
2 and
and
x
x
plus
plus
5.
4. Yeah. So this is basically they are talking about a function having three factors, right?
Yeah.
And three factors, all of them are distinct factors. So they are talking about a cubic function. Okay, they are talking about a cubic function with the
Unique
factors
function.
as they mentioned. Now, the factor x means if x is a factor, that means 0 is the root. So it has a root 0. If x minus 2 is the factor, that means 2 is the root. If x plus 5 is the factor, that means negative 5 is the root.
5. Negative
Okay,
5?
negative 5, because we will put x is equals to 0, x minus 2 equals to 0, which will give us x is equals
Oh,
to
okay.
2, and x plus 5 is the factor. We will put it equals to 0. That means x is equals to negative 5 is the root. Okay, so option 1 is correct.
Only one.
Okay, only one. Why not 2? Because in 2 the roots are different. X is not the
Yeah.
root. This is a quadratic one. This is cubic, but for this one, positive 5. If positive 5 is the root, that means x minus 5 is the factor, not x plus 5. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And for this one, if this is a root, that means x minus 2 is the, sorry, negative 2 is the root, and x plus 2 is the factor, not x minus 2, right? So that's it. We are done with the MCQs, beta. You have to complete the rest of the questions. Okay. See you
Alright.
tomorrow, inshallah.
See you tomorrow,
Allah
sir.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.